What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Make sure y'all can hear me. Uh, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? Your boy been out of commission for a minute, but we back at it. Back at it again. Hope everybody feeling all right. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit the like button. Sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications too. All right. And shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community. And salute to all of my subs that's been rocking with me. Somebody had let me know that I'm close to 5K subs, but everybody knows that's been rocking with my channel for quite some time. I'm not really focused on subs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on the people that's gonna actually receive the message that I bring. What's up, Brown Sugar? I see you in here. See you in here, sweetie. Hope you're doing all right. Now, we all know what's been going on. A lot of the drama that's been going on concerning the USA squad. And congratulations to the USA squad and defeating Serbia. Now, y'all are expecting me to come on here and talk down on Kevin Durant and all that other stuff. Nah, I'm glad he played. He did what he was supposed to do. Had a tremendous game. Now he's not the best in the world. There's a case like getting swept like that by Ant-Man last best player in the world. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that out there. But I'm not trying to rain on KD's parade. I think it was a tremendous game. I was also watching Greece. I was watching Greece and Canada too. It was like Giannis was pretty much doing everything. What's up, Ted? I see you in here, man. It was like Giannis was pretty much doing everything. I mean, he was going full force by himself, inside out, all that other stuff. And this is only going to be I'm kind of concerned about Giannis though, because like guys that go hard in the Olympics, a lot of times they tend to get hurt. So but I want to let everybody know, man, I was taking care of some family things, man. I had a family reunion to go to. I'm a big part of that, big part of our committee and everything. So I had to get some things taken care of. What's up, Cypress? I see you in here. Cypress knew what was going on and stuff. I talked to him a little bit. Make sure y'all go sub to Cypress, man. But yeah, man, they defeated Serbia. That's not what we're here to talk about now. This is what I'm gonna bring to the table first, man. Dennis Rodman was absolutely right about Steve Kerr. Okay, now there's been a debate, there's been a back and forth, whatever you want to call it, Steve Kerr pretty much. I mean, he came in and he won with Golden State and everything, but let's just call it what it is. That team was built off the back of Mark Jackson, in which he deserves. He deserves a chance to be coaching in the NBA, but we all know how politics is. You said, yeah, he can't, man. He can't. And the only, see, a lot of people don't know that, when he came with the offense that the flow offense that he's running and stuff. I mean, he didn't fully develop that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to take anything away from him. He did implement it, but you had to have the players to run it right. But we see that when you don't have the personnel to run the type of system that you're running or whatever, you see how your coaching gets exposed. There was no reason for him to bench Jason Tatum, man. And there was all this drama. There's all this drama going on in the USA team. There was drama that went on in the '92 Olympic team. I always use that as a measuring stick, as a frame of reference, so to speak. There was drama all on the U.S. Olympic team, the Dream Team in '92. Those guys knew how to handle things accordingly. Like, for instance, we all know that the battle of supremacy between the positions, right? When you talk about Karl Malone and you talk about Barkley, them guys couldn't stand each other, but they knew what the goal was. You said, what'd you say about Kerr? Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, considering that, he did play in the NBA, and he did win a ring with the Chicago Bulls. He did hit big shots and everything, but now you can see why Michael Jordan hit him. It's like, man, Michael Jordan laid him out in practice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can see why he hit him, and I told people that he wasn't the coach. I don't think he should be coaching. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I think a guy like Mike Malone would have been. Now that would have probably, we would have had to see how that would have measured up with LeBron, because him and LeBron don't get along. Or Joe, somebody like Joe Mazzulla. But I'm thinking about like the cultural thing. I thought Ime Udoka would have been a great fit, and I know some people are gonna disagree with me on this, but even a guy like Jason Kidd, there's plenty other coaches on it that I'm talking about, head coaches. Ty Lue, we know that he's on the bench and everything, but I'm talking about guys that were successful. You said Michael Jordan. You say he slapped Will Perdue. I mean, sometimes to get to get the best out of your players or whatever, that's how it was back in the day. Now guys are kind of sensitive. I've seen all types of stuff going on in practice, and I've been a part of it too, There, in practice sometimes, man, practice is more intense. I don't know if any of y'all have played like football, basketball, any of that. Practice is supposed to be harder and more intense than the actual game to make the game easy. And that's why Kobe Bryant was able to do what he did. His style, when he was, when you'll see him getting into it with Swaggy P, or him getting elbowing Sasha Vujacic. That was just a little piece of the pie. There's been actual scuffles that have taken place. Hey, did y'all see what happened with the big three with Jordan Crawford and Gary Payton? Did y'all see that? Oh, in the film room. Oh my God, yeah. Like now, that didn't happen in back. Well, it happened. It happened 2 times because in basketball, film. I mean, wasn't a lot of film. Wasn't too much film unless they really had it. Basketball was more right then and there. Now, football though, yes. But if you got into a fight in football practice or in the film room, 9 times out of 10 it was gonna be those players. But if they felt like because you disrupted everybody, what they're gonna do is they're gonna run everybody and they're gonna punish everybody, and then you gonna get your ass whooped. Yeah, yeah, coaches. I've seen coaches. One of these. Well, actually, there was like three coaches that. And listen, man. I gotta be blunt about it so y'all will understand what goes on. 3 coaches were messing around with one of the faculty members. I later on found that out. They were messing around with the same faculty member, and they got into it. Actually, they were football coaches, but we were doing track and they got into it. I know some people don't want to hear that, but it's it happens. But yeah, Dennis Rodman was A1 correct about Steve Kerr. He had made a statement and he said Kerr isn't coaching those guys and stuff like that. Now, I mean, he's correct. And if anybody has the right to say anything about that, it is Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is one of the, despite what you hear about him, he's one of the better coachable players in the NBA. Like LeBron is not coachable. I'm trying to think of some people that were very hard to coach. It was rumored that Ricky Davis wasn't coachable. And I don't have nothing against Ricky Davis personally. As a matter of fact, my cousin knows Ricky Davis. But shout out to Ricky Davis. He knows his family or whatnot. What's up with it, Matt Moses? Well, that would be well. His intellect was on a whole nother level, though, Ted. I mean, Jason Kidd was hard nosed, but you got to understand he came from one of the best coaches, not to coach in the NBA, in Mr. Mean. When we talk about Gary Payton's father, he kind of reminds me. I've never had a nice coach. Never. I've never had a nice coach. I've never had a nice trainer. And that's the way I would want it for my son and my daughter. Like my son's coach, man, this light skinned motherfucker, man, he ain't no joke. You would think like this dude is like Hitler, but none of the parents, they trip on it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they need. That's how you're gonna get the best out of them. Some people appreciated Bobby Knight the way he coaches. Because sometimes the way that he got into his players, it brought the best out of them. Some people can handle it, some people can't. But like I said, this society that we live in is so sensitive. That's why I had put a post on my community page about from Big Ward. Shout out to Big Ward, man. He's doing big things over there. Shout out to Big Ward. I posted what he was talking about. Like, modern men now are not ready for war. Yeah, he was throwing chairs, but he was that intense, man. I mean, the level like winning games should make you insane. If you really want to be successful, you have to have that type of insanity. I'm not saying you do have to throw chairs every single time, but I mean, if you want to win that bad or whatever, you do have to have that type of rage, and some people don't have that type of rage. Kobe Bryant had that type of rage. MJ had that type of rage. Um, there are guys that knew how to control it. Magic Johnson, believe it or not, he did want to win, and he had that type of rage. Don't let that smile fool you. You have to have that type of rage, man, in order to win. And just a lot of people don't really have that type of rage. Yeah, he had a very intense rage, and that's with anything in life. Some of you wonder why. Oh, well, I'm not successful. I can't do this and I can't do that. Are you obsessed? Do you have a rage? Do you want to be successful? Shout out to Ticket TV. Why do you think he's so successful at what he does? Because he has a rage that a lot of people don't have. Why you think? Man, I know Chura probably. Chura, man, he's calmed down a lot. But the old Chura, that's gonna make you successful, brother. LB, shout out to LB. He's a successful brother, man. These guys are successful. I'm just bringing up guys, man, in the YouTube community. Man, you gotta have a rage, but some people know how to control it. Sorry, man. I hope y'all don't. Man, why Polo say this or why Straight say that, man? Hey, look. I big my guys up, man, because I'm sick of them always talking about the Stephen A. Smiths and the Molly Curums and Shannon Sharps. No, let's talk about the LDBC. That's what we need to talk about. We need to talk about guys that are doing good. My Calvin Cowherd is the one LVZ or LVZ, No Buck Dancing Loud. Shout out to LVZ. That's my Colin Cowherd. That's the nigga version of Colin Cowherd. Not always, man. Not always, man. But I mean, if you say dumb shit, if you say stupid shit, I mean, if you say something that's not logical, well, I know a lot of people that are gonna curse you out. If you don't use common sense when you're sitting up there and you're having a debate or something like that, people are gonna look at you stupid. Some people might not say it. Some people might say it or whatever. But I mean, it's just a fact, man. I mean, if you say dumb shit, people are gonna fry you. What's up? What's up with it, Bruce? I see you in the building, man. Make sure y'all go sub to Bruce. Like with Bruce, okay, when it comes to boxing with Bruce, if you try to sit up there and you try to tell him that this particular boxer is better than, let's say a boxer that done lost, he's got a whole bunch of L's on his record, right? And he pretty much is not on the level of a guy who is supremely talented and has fought better competition, and he's got the accolades or whatever. That's just like with the whole argument with, like, let's say, for instance, like with Terrence, when it comes to, like, I'm trying to think. Okay, before Devin Haney had lost, okay, Before Devin Haney had lost, he was fighting for undisputed. He was fighting, he was fighting competition. He was making moves and stuff. But everybody wants to continue, and they want to say, okay, yeah, Tank is better because he has knockout power and he's knocking these guys out. He's knocking those guys out. But if you look at their resumes, the level of competition that they have fought is different. And on top of that, Haney is undisputed and Tank is not. So I'm going to say that Haney he still has the edge on Tank. Maybe not talent-wise, maybe not power-wise, but overall as a fighter, they're better. Well, some people are going to go ballistic or whatever, but I'm pretty sure the guy Bruce is going to look at you stupid and you say, "Oh, Tank, he just knocks people out. He's so much better." No, you got to come more than that. And you sit there and you try to argue people down, but you're not bringing any type. The only thing you have to bring to the table is a knockout. That's the only thing that you can really say. But if you look at their resumes and you look at the work that's being put in between both of the fighters and the moves that they're making, then of course you saying Devin would make more sense. I'm just giving an example. Now, see, myself personally, okay, Ted, I like Shakur Stevenson. I think Shakur Stevenson is better than all of them. Okay, and I've talked to Brown Sugar about this before, but the reason why I like Shakur Stevenson is because he's got the he got the total complete package. When we talk about the fight game. Now, I do got to talk to y'all about Kamala. Do y'all think she deserves a second chance, man? Just be honest. Keep it 100 with me. Does Kamala Harris deserve a second chance? Hold on one second, y'all. No. Tell me why. I want to know why. Why does Kamala Harris deserve a second? Why doesn't she deserve a second chance? Bruce Springsteen. We're talking about Kamala Harris. We're talking about a serious issue right now. She doesn't like black men. Okay. But now the tables have turned now. A lot of people, literally a lot of people are saying, a lot of people, she got a white husband, she a bedouin. Okay, I can understand where you're coming from. Um, the tables are turning though, because now people are looking at, they're starting to look at Trump. My bad, Polo. I didn't mean to say. No, it's okay. The tables are turning. Okay, that's what we got to understand. The tables are turning. I'm gonna be real with you. Do not be surprised if Kamala Harris, if she messes around and she wins this election, because she could actually catapult with everything that's going on just to get the people's vote. Now, what I have a feeling what she might do is use the Sonya Massey incident as a catalyst just to win. A lot of women in my family said no way they're voting for her. They won't. But the thing about it is, with everything that Trump has going on, a lot of people feel like Trump is making this look like a clown show. Now look, um, they also were talking about the fact that they're talking about the immunity factor, with Trump giving, you know, all law enforcement immunity, full immunity. No way white America will allow any black woman to be a president. No, you never know, because you said, honestly, I don't think no woman, I don't care who, it should be a president at all, a leader in any way. Why not? You're a leader. You're a leader. You make decisions. Like, see, if you're a single, like, especially if you're like a single mom, if you run a business as a woman, if you are a boss, especially as a black woman, why not? Now, listen. I bring objectivity to the channel. I'm just saying, just for instance, if she does, let's control. I want people to control their emotions when we talk about this, because either way, we still have to always look out for ourselves. But over time, for instance, in the church, they don't allow. There was a lot of people that didn't allow women to be in the pulpit. Because they don't believe that a woman, should lead a flock, that sort of thing. Or in certain cases, you know what I'm saying. Like when it comes, a lot of people frown upon a lot of women being in leadership in the military. But I understand what Sugar's saying, but you got to think about it. Like, I look at it a little bit differently. Now, I would like Sugar, like a woman like Sugar. Okay, because she's not cooning, or she's not out to get our men. That's who I would prefer. But yeah, I have no problem with a woman running the country at all. It just depends on who it is. Like you said, no way, Paulo. We talking about white America. Don't act like race won't play a factor. I said they won't even let a white woman win this country. I gotta disagree with you, Matt. And um, race, I agree with you when you say race does play a factor. Yes, it does in all things. But at the same token, you have to realize what the stakes of the country, what we're going through right now. When all women come together, especially when black women like put all their differences aside, women of color in general, when they rally up, there's really pretty much nothing that you could do, Matt. And I I don't never try to come off misogynistic, or just try to bring a full dose of just straight up sexist, or just like masculinity to the point where I'm blinded by what women are capable of, especially when it can be near and dear to me, because I have a lot of leaders in my fam. I know a lot of leaders personally. You're speaking to one right now. You speak to one every day when you talk about Sugar. There are women that are capable of doing things just as well as a man. There are a lot of things that a man can't see that a woman can.
Church ain't nothing but pimping and keeping black.
Well, that's what politics is. That's what politics is, right? I mean, you got to think about it. If you rely on the White House, or you rely on their vote and everything like that. Guess what they just did? They just pimped you anyway. We know that your vote really doesn't matter. It doesn't count. We know that goes to the quote unquote electoral college.
Who is endorsing her? Who is endorsing her, bro? Not every woman of color is voting for her, so that's not even the case.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that. You don't know that because you're looking at it uh, probably just like, okay, yeah, she has a white husband, and she has got many people locked up. I I, I think you think that I'm saying, okay, yeah. I just asked a question, okay, and the reason why I asked this is because now the tables are starting to shift. Like, because listen to this, Matt. I went out and about, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go, and we're gonna continue this a little bit later because I think this conversation does need to be delved into. Yes, we talk about sports and everything else, but this is a conversation that I think a lot of people are starting to kind of change. They're starting to look at Trump in a different light now.
You can't depend on a woman to protect you. Uh,
That's not true, man. That's not true. That's not true because there's plenty of men, there's plenty of women that are able to save a man. Listen, man. Um, if you've ever been around, like, because I don't know, maybe I've been around strong black women, what I'm saying, all my life, but if a I'm I'm so confident in myself, and a man should be so confident in himself that it's okay for a woman to take a lead in certain things. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to a household, okay, yeah, of course, you know, the man head and not the tail or whatever. But at the same time, you have to see, who's backing you. That strong black woman. But the thing about it is I'm talking about just in a particular role. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to business, like, I can already get the sense, Matt. You probably don't even like to be told what to do by a woman. I'm seeing something else. Well, when you go out in the community, Matt, you know what I'm saying. If you go to different places, people are starting to, like, I had like, if you go, like I went to the barber shop, and we were talking about this. Like, one minute everybody was like, all for Trump, and then now, I'm not saying I'm doing that or changing anything, but I'm saying now you're starting to see a lot of the tables turn. I know I've seen it because I conversate with a lot of people. If that was the case, why so many men who grew up without a father are messed up? You've been in your children's life, so don't act like. Oh, okay. Well, Matt, look, I'm sorry, sir. That's not an excuse. Okay. Now, if you grew up without your father and everything, yeah, but at the same token, I mean, my father wasn't around like that, but I was able to eventually turn that around. You got to stop. Oh yeah, my father wasn't there. Da, 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 turn to the drink, turn to that. No, what are you gonna do about it? So I'm sorry, sir. I don't make that many excuses, and that's not facts to me. So if you're sensitive to that fact, then you probably wouldn't want to have that conversation with me. Every place is different. Ohio is racist. It's racist, just like I've been to Ohio. I've been to Dayton. I've been to Cleveland. Been to Akron. Been to Columbus. I've been there. it's racist all over Ohio. It's just as racist as Texas. Now, is that a fact? Yeah, but like I said, it's not about it. It's not about right or wrong or anything. I just wanted to get everybody's, because I mean, if you feel like you still want to lean towards uh, a particular candidate, I'm not mad at that. But I'm just saying I'm starting to see the tables turn. There's a lot of people that are starting to go for Kamala right now. But and they say commander in chief is a man's job. I mean, but who said that though? Who said that? Did that? Was there a? That's what I'm saying. Did did somebody write that in and be like, oh, it's a man's job only? No, because if that's the case, when they came with when the industrial industry came, at first they didn't allow women to work there, but then eventually they did. When there were a lot of jobs, because that's when they came with the women's rights and stuff like that. There were a lot of jobs that they wouldn't allow women to do. Now, if you're talking about that, then yeah, I understand. But it never said, "Oh yeah, a commander in chief is just a woman's job." No, it doesn't say anything like that. You making stuff up, bro? No, 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 no. We're not making anything up, man. It's not making anything up, man. I actually go out and talk to people. So it's not anything made up. I don't get on here and make anything up, man. So you got to come, just go read, go write, and come with a little bit stronger, because that doesn't work. Nah, man. It's okay, man. It's all right. It's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's okay. You see, but that's what I like. I like to bring it out, and that's when when they go all over the place like a Tasmanian devil. But these type of conversations need to be had, and that's what we want. We want to pull that out. So I want you to be like, oh yeah, you haven't talked to nobody, you haven't done this, you haven't done that. That's the reason we're having this conversation, is because I've talked to several people. Now, I'm not saying that is your opinion. None of this is a fact, but I'm trying to get perspective. You're playing the I'm voting. Nope. Now, this is what I want you to do, Matt. When the video ends, I want you to rewind it. Now, not you, Matt, okay? Everybody else. Did I mention that I'm about to vote for her? I did not mention that. It's just simply a question. Okay? Now, one thing that, my cousin had mentioned to me, and we had a big old debate about it, okay, is that we lack critical thinking skills and also the ability to really listen to what a person is saying. Okay, because I never said in this entire conversation that we're having that I was going to lean towards her, voting for her. Okay, I didn't say that. So I want you to understand that this is a question because the tables are turning. But hey, I gotta go. It's been great rapping with y'all. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe. Also hit them notifications so that you are notified. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment.
I'll get at y'all later.